Road mapping means the strategic plan in step by step how you can develop the product. So suppose if you want to, you can say split the product into the three parts like research, strategizing, and aligning with the stakeholders. That's how you can create the roadmap. And this roadmap is a high level discussion need to be taken care in the initial phase of the product design, so that it will serve three purpose. First, what the idea you have in your mind, how you can convince with the stakeholders. Second, you can convince the investor to get the funds if you are a startup. And third, how you can convince the leadership team, design team, as well as the business development team, so that whatever the product you are building up, it will definitely fulfill the need of a customer. That's why product roadmap is required. In layman terms, I can explain, just like when you are working in, you can say project management or delivery management, you are preparing the project in the ms plan, you can say project or Gantt chart you are preparing. It's just a replica, but here you are preparing on high level on the product side, which feature should you should build in parallel, which should feature you should build in sequential order. That's why road mapping is required. So there are different type of road mapping styles are there. Two type of we were going to discuss. One is timeline based, when you assigning the timeline like this. If you see this you can say has been prepared with the product roadmap, with product roadmap with timeline prepared through the product plan software. If you see this, three teams are working in parallel, and they are web team, mobile team, and the marketing team. And based upon that, they are working on different features, and which features need to be complete in which month, that will be tracked with the help of this you can say roadmap. If suppose there is a delay, you can conduct during your review meeting and get the status ask and evaluate, you can say, your risk and mitigation and control it at the later stage of time. This will help you to keep the things on track with the help of this, you can say, timeline based. There is one more thing which is called as non-timeline based, which is basically used for the external stakeholders, so that you can make them aware what is your scope for the future plan of action. Like this, you can say after UX designing, what you will do in terms of the application interface, how you will improve the storage space, and how you can improve the other service integration. That the future scope of action will be covered automatically in terms of the you can say non-timeline based. But majority of the products are basically developed with the help of the timeline based, because the moment you put the timeline, it will automatically become the commitment towards the design team and the strategic team, and you can launch the product successfully into the market. And you will, you can say, check the high level dashboard during your initial hours of the meeting on every day as a product manager. That is the basics of about product roadmap. Coming to the tools, this is a one line, you can say snapshot on one page. You can say multiple tools we are using. Hope you it was discussed in the, you can say, yesterday you can say session, that as a product manager you have multiple phases are there. Like first it will start with the discover or empathize. You will use different tools like Gartner, Micro, Typeform, user voice. Then it comes to the define phase. In the define phase, you have a different set of tools we are using. In terms of ideation, we are using different tools. This ideation phase basically captures the data from the end customers. So Mentimeter is basically used for the majority of the design phase. Then design, you come up with the different set of tools. Then build, this will be taken care by the engineering team. And thereafter the test validation feedback, majority of the alpha beta testers, and capture the data and feedback from the end customers also with the help of SurveyMonkey and Google Analytics. And thereafter, lastly, the resource which you can serve as a repository. So multiple tools we are using in the product management. And if you go by the complete list, the number of tools right now is around the count of 82. So few tools, depending upon the license cost, we are using. In terms of the communication, Slack is the best tool which we are using in terms of the product management. Now, one more aspect is left is you can say how to get into the product management. So if suppose if you become inspired in this particular role, how you can do that? You can learn multiple things with the help of joining the Slack communities are there. Anyone you can join it and understand their basic concepts, what is going on in the market. You become aware about the market trend, what type of products they are building, what type of features they are providing. And you can read some good product books as well. I will show you in the next slide also, and enroll with some product management courses. If you are completely new, you don't know anything about project and product from the beginning, you can enroll any one of the courses like PM School or Upgrad. You can practice based upon the learning. You can create your own portfolio, and thereafter you can transition. How you can make the transition? you can apply your learning. If you are a B school student, then directly you can gain the knowledge by having internship in the product based companies and showcast in your resume, make product specific resume, and start you can say doing freelancing for a couple of the projects for the product based companies, and then you can just sit into the interviews for the product management role, and definitely you can crack it. It's not a, you can say, one night you can say show. It takes some time, but depending upon 3 to 4 months of your knowledge, expertise, and the practical application, definitely you can crack any interview during the product management. Because in the product management interviews, you will be checked based upon the basic concepts, how you can apply your product mindset into the paper, and then you can convince to the interviewer that based upon this problem, how I can solve and how I can approach this problem in a different manner. And these are the couple of resources which you can refer. So there are a couple of books I mentioned on the screen. So point number 1 to point number 4, these are the books which is for applicable for the beginners. If you are a complete new person and you want to understand how the product manager think like that these books will help you. Any book you can refer. And point number 5, 6, 7, these are the product management interviews books, which will tell you how to crack those interviews and how you can solve the cases. There are around 50 to 100 cases are there, when the good books are there, especially for the cracking the Google and Microsoft and Amazon interviews. The point number 5, 6, 7 will serve that purpose. Or you can opt any online course from the Udemy or LinkedIn Learning or Coursera. That will also boost your confidence level. And thereafter, there are multiple website blogs are also there, which you can refer and stay updated what is the current market trend applicable in the market. Or you can watch any YouTube videos. Multiple you can say huge repository are there in the market. But the most important is you have to focus on these 3 soft skills. First is, as a product manager, you should be active listener, understand the problem in detail, how effectively you can communicate, and most important is empathetic toward the customer. If you don't understand the pain area of a customer, then you will not become a good product manager. In fact, first become a product manager, then good product manager, and then great product manager. It slowly takes a you can say time.